Foodie Beauty made her return after taking about 2 days off. Something is weird here, too. Now, she claims, she took those days off because she thought she was getting a cold. Her throat was kind of scratchy. But, maybe it had something to do with her CPAP. She's not sure. And then she just decided, because of her mentals and whatnot, she wanted to just take the time off to be with BG, the cat. Just spend some time with her cat. Okay? But she's talking to the cat. Oh, I missed you, BG. Did you miss me? Did you miss me, BG? Why would the cat miss you? Where have you been? And what's stranger yet is old Foodie Beauty's ex-boyfriend, the one she's always speaking on, moved to a new apartment. And Foodie disappears for 2 days. The ex that she always talks of just moved to a new apartment, and she wants to know if the cat misses her. Seems suspicious, doesn't it? I would say something might be going on there. She'll tell on herself if it was. She always does. So I got my notes here. I'm sorry. I'm starting to sound like Foodie Beauty. The whole stream says, you know. And yeah, that's what she said too. She said, well, I don't really have to say anything, just other than I just didn't feel up to it. She was kind of dancing around, and it almost seemed like she wanted to give more information, and it seemed like she was trying to be real careful with what she said. She's trying real hard not to get tripped up. I'm almost certain she was not sitting in that apartment by herself, just her and the cat. No, it doesn't add up. And she was complaining about how tired she was, too. Now, you just took 2 days off. Now, if she didn't stream for them 2 days, and if the truth is she was at home, she would have just been sealing and napping. But she's talking about how exhausted she is, and BG woke her up at 5:30 that morning, because BG always wants to play fetch, and always wakes her up, jumps on her CPAP, and yada, yada, yada. So, see, something's funny here. Then she goes on to tell us another clue here. Apparently she had 2 monitors on for her blood glucose. I forget what she called it. One was one of them Libre, and the other one was a Dexcom or something. I don't know. I could be wrong on that. But anyways, the one on the one arm came off. She claims she bumped her arm and the monitor came off. Too many clues here. Too many clues. So, and then she claims, but she was kind of glad it came off because she seals on that arm. But the one that's on the other arm is still there, but now she has to sleep on the other side. She's complaining about these glucose monitors because she can't seal how she wants to. And she also goes on about how they asked her, since she was gone, and she was supposed to start her new health arc on the 1st. She was going to go to the gym every day. They asked her if she had started that. She said no, she didn't. And then she goes on to tell us how much she hates standing. She wishes that she could just snap her fingers and her whole couch would just move to take her wherever she needed to go. Oh my goodness, these landscapers. She is tired of standing. She hates standing. Off the subject here, but if you hear all that landscaping outside, and this is absolutely crazy because it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's getting ready to pour rain out there. It's thundering, it's lightning, and we got people out there with a weed whacker. Come on now. All right, let's intermission over. Let's get back on track. Just wanted to apologize for that noise because I'm sure you could hear it. It was loud. They're right outside this window. Anyways, then she also says she turned the alarm off on her glucose monitor. And she claims it was 15 when she just woke up an hour ago. And she couldn't figure out what she ate. And then she remembers, she had a muffin from Tim Hortons. And she's still making fun of Rosie. Still sitting there. They don't tell you the price you pay. We're all past that, Foodie. That's old news. Move on. But she cannot get past that. She's still laughing about the whole fiasco where she got escorted, pretty much escorted off the property at the Canadian CIA place. And you know, when she went there, I didn't even mention, she went there and she even rang the bell on this building. And now she's giving us some cockamamie, it's a good word, huh? Different. She's giving us some kind of weird explanation that she thought this was like some kind of a hockey practice rink for senators. And she thought she could go in there. And she even showed the sign that said no recording, no pictures. And she thought, oh, well, that couldn't have meant where she was at. Unbelievable. And that's funny, too. You know that they seen her on the cameras, and that's why that security guard came out and told her she couldn't be there, and especially couldn't be there filming. And then the next day is when those cops stopped her downtown. See, she doesn't think. She doesn't think. That could have been part of it. And then she decides she's not going to go out all summer because it's just too hot. She's going to stay in all summer long. She may go out at night. And of course, we know she will because she's got to go out to smoke. Even though she's constantly complaining about how she can't breathe and her lungs are so bad. So she goes and gets Scooty out, goes on the scooter and decides to go to Tim Hortons. And she drives the scooter through the drive-thru again. Now, come on. Foodie, how lazy can you be? You couldn't... It was night. You could have parked the scooter right outside the door, ran in, told them what you wanted, kept an eye on your scooter, and went about your business. But she goes through the drive-thru on a scooter and got her a Boston cream donut. And this was after she ate a muffin even on the stream, a banana nut muffin. And you should have seen the butter. She takes her hands and puts butter on stuff. Disgusting. Doesn't use a knife. Then while she's sitting there on her couch, she moved her grandmother's lamp over there because she's trying to change her whole aesthetic, And people are asking her, what's that cheese doing there? She has some feta cheese in this plastic container sitting on the back of the couch. And she says that she was using it to season some food. You don't season food with cheese. And someone told her that, and she said, says who? It has herbs in it. This girl is a mess. So that's all about Foodie. So what do you think? Do you think she was spending time with the infamous starfish? Or was she really just at home with the cat? Or maybe the starfish was at her house? Something's not right. I'm telling you, all this chaos and these secrets going on in girl world lately. I'm living for it. Let me know your thoughts.